live on the Baptize machine again. You guys are some Luddites over there, huh?
It's Ireland for you, dude. That's Ireland for you.
Just bad internet in Ireland.
You've the one with the
No,
bad
I have
internet
super
there.
fast internet. The problem is that the microphone, the laptop, is not picking us up for some reason.
Fine, it's picking us up.
Through this strange Riverside.fm studio that I'm now in.
It's working.
Huh? Maybe because I think sometimes I don't know. Maybe a firewall or something. But yes,
No, it doesn't matter.
But
Yes.
anyway, yeah. Welcome to the Baptize Machine podcast.
Beautiful. Thanks for having us, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
The fuck was that?
So we have a whole soundboard here in Riverside, you know. So why don't we do a little introduction? I go by Hans on the podcast. Normally I have a co-host, the Wall Street Bitch. Podcast is about everything sexy. So that's why we decided to have you two Irishmen on, because you guys are sexy. So yeah, why don't we do a little introduction here, and then take it from there. And if you hear any drilling in the background, I apologize.
God bless him.
You got the who's drilling who next door?
The guy's drilling a hole in my wall, and he said my walls are too crumbly. Yeah.
So it's not the first time he couldn't find a hole. God bless the guy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Are you sure he's not a serial killer?
I've been house for a few hours now, so.
No, it's not a Jeffrey Dahmer situation going on there. I watched that Netflix show.
Yet.
I know the telltale signs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually saw two gypsies, Irish gypsies, on a roof of a house around the corner from my parents' house. I'm back in Ireland at the moment. I usually live in Denver, Colorado, and I met. I was driving up around my parents' house, and there was two gypsies up on the roof of a house. And I'm pretty sure their house is going to be gone when we get back. But I say a prayer for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, we're trying not to be cancelled, Anthony, on this. Remember?
Okay, so
you don't mention
members of the traveling community in Ireland.
Yeah. So this we're not actually live, are we?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah,
we're live. Okay,
we're live on Twitter. Yeah,
we're meant. He asked us to introduce ourselves, not to go into that story.
Yeah, I asked for an introduction to start. Yeah, so our listeners know.
I'm a podcast professional. I'm a broadcaster by trade.
I'm a paid professional, so there you go.
Yes, I'm an amateur still, so maybe at $10 a month.
An expat.
You're doing beautifully.
He's an expat.
Right, okay. Hans, let's do it. Stephen, tell them who you are.
Well, Hans, I am one of Ireland's most famous, shall we say, entertainers, comedians, artists, shall we say? Yeah, I can say artist.
You can.
I can say artist. Basically, I'm a big deal this side of the
pond. You're kind of like the Prince of Ireland.
Prince, yes. If we still had the royalty here, then I would consider myself an honorary prince.
He also likes fentanyl.
No, I'm referring to the artist Prince, like Purple Rain.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, actually, we were talking about Prince earlier in our podcast chat in a local pub.
Oh, yeah. So here's where Prince came up. Hi, I'm Tony. I am a ex-musician, now professional, living in Denver, Colorado, where I met Hans. You beautiful bitch. That's what I do. But all that shit aside, we could talk about that later on. So Stephen and I go back a long way. We're like kids, friends. His mother and my mother were best friends in school, so we go back a long way.
Yeah.
And we share very similar beliefs.
We share the same father.
We do.
Yeah. Oh, two moms, one dad.
Something like that.
One dom,
we don't know.
two ladies.
We're test tube babies, so we have no idea.
Yeah, really. And Dolly. What was I saying?
Prince.
So Prince came into the conversation because I got a colonoscopy. 45 years of age. Tick, 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 tick. So I do my my annual medical, and the doctor said to me, "You need to get a colonoscopy." And I thought it was a great chat up line, but she was not talking about her doing it, and I had to go and get it done in Rocky Mountain Gastronomical Society in Denver. But they gave me fentanyl, which was a beautiful, beautiful drug, which incidentally killed Prince.
Yeah.
That's how it came up in conversation. I don't recommend anyone takes fentanyl unless it's administered by a professional doctor, but it's a wonderful, wonderful thing in controlled doses.
Apparently, in case you don't know, Hans, at 45, all Irishmen have to get a colonoscopy by law.
By law.
Yeah.
Really?
By
It's
law.
a law.
Land.
Oh,
It's in our
interesting.
constitution.
That's a law.
Once they turn
Wow.
45, all men must have a camera inserted up their anus.
Oh,
It's administered by a small leprechaun.
Yeah. Because
Do you
that's
get
the
to
age. You're a
watch
young
it?
guy, you don't know. You're a young guy, Hans, but let's just say what's ahead of you is horrifying in your 40s and 50s.
It's beautiful.
So many cameras up
I'm
your
not.
ass.
Think of the Mars rover, that little rover that goes around Mars.
Mm.
That gets inserted in, and then they start looking at the landscape, and they say there was definitely life here before,
Yeah.
and we hope there will continue to be life there
Indeed.
going forward.
It would be
my
great
analogy
to.
of the day.
It'd be great to have you on while you're getting a colonoscopy. I don't think that's been done
Cool.
before.
We
I
can
was
do
going
that.
to live stream.
Yeah.
I was going to live stream, but
Yeah.
there was issues with CCPA, some of your HIPAA compliance issues.
Oh,
Um,
you could probably get a waiver.
They're hypocrites.
Aye, boom.
Um,
HIPAA crypto. Hey, you're into
Yeah.
cryptocurrency, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell me more.
I'm going to Ethereum conference in Denver. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but
Where's that at?
somehow it's in Denver at the end of February. It's like a worldwide
Wow.
Ethereum token conference, and I got to download some weird crypto wallet to get some weird ticket to it. So we'll see. I don't have no idea what it'll be like that.
Can I come?
ETH Fest.
Yeah.
ETH.
Yeah.
Wow.
ETH.
See, the real
yep.
pros call it ETH.
ETH. Yeah.
ETH.
Ethereum
I have some
Fest.
Ethereum.
Gotta get my MetaMask. Yeah, you should come to the
I have some
festival.
Ethereum.
We can
Yeah,
go.
we should go.
Yeah.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
We should put a plug in for a local business. We should go to Lady Jane beforehand.
Yeah.
Get some booze in.
Cocktails. Yep, and then go to Ethereum Festival.
It's a good spot. It's good.
So were you
you-
able to watch the Super Bowl?
No.
I watched it last night. So I went out last night in Ireland. I'm back visiting family, and so let me wind back a small bit. So I live in Denver, but I'm from Ireland, and I come home maybe 3 or 4 times a year. So I'm home at the moment to visit family in this decade. But I was out last night. We drank a sufficient amount of Guinness to make me feel like I was Irish again. And I went back and I watched the Super Bowl. I thought Usher was very good. I thought he was definitely offensively touching Alicia Keys, but I credit him on that. But yeah, she was.
I'm sure it was all choreographed beforehand.
It was a bit touchy.
The amount of touching.
It was a bit touchy.
Hasn't there been like touching incidents before with Justin Timberlake
and the lady with her nipples
and Jackson?
Yeah, he pulled out her boob. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jackson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, I fell asleep after Usher. I just couldn't stay awake. It was horrendous.
The end of the game was
no.
better than
I
the
don't
beginning.
understand NFL, American football. I don't. It's like I just don't understand it. I've tried over the years. I've had a whole team of people like trying to explain to me. It still makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a ladies' version of rugby. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I didn't get into it until the sports betting apps came out. Otherwise, I had no interest. Yeah.
So tell us about your gambling problem, Hans.
Barstool bets. What do they call it? Barstool. What are they called?
DraftKings. Yeah, DraftKings. Do they have that in Ireland?
FanDuel for the win. Hey, Hans, if we mention FanDuel 5 times now, you get some kind of...
No, that dude, the dude who runs Barstool, who's gotten into crypto a little bit. What's his name?
Dave Portnoy.
Entrepreneur.
Dave Portnoy.
Portnoy, yeah. Because he's famously bought Bitcoin, sold it, bought it, sold it. He just can't quite hodl. He doesn't understand the hodling concept. And he keeps getting burnt.
Burnt? Like
hodl. No hodling, yeah.
No hodling.
So something I did want to I did want to discuss the amount of Chinese men illegally entering the United States through the southern border. Have you heard about this?
Chinese men?
I'm aware of the southern border problem. I didn't think it was Chinese men.
Yes,
that were
entering
coming.
the southern border. I'm not. So there's been a growing number of Chinese, just men, like 20,000 men have illegally crossed the border. So I think
are they on balloons?
Of military age.
I think the invasion's happening soon, Tony. So you might not want to come back because there might be China.
My wife and my impending child are there, so I'll get them and we'll leave. But yeah, I wonder, do they come in on a balloon if they're Chinese and just monitor shit?
Yeah.
But what's the fear? Is the fear that this is a Chinese Communist Party plot to flood agents?
To overthrow the American government. Yeah. Why is it all men?
Better ways than there than coming across a little stream in Mexico.
Yeah,
children. They're gonna marry our women, infiltrate our society, take over our government. The Chinese men. It's not
Okay,
the
well, okay.
people from South America. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. My only comment on that is no comment. But I will say that I think it's probably the most ridiculous ploy by the Chinese government, who I think have a pretty strong long-term view of how they're going to do it. And I think maybe some form of hacking of the energy grid would be more effective than sending a couple of Chinese people over the Mexican border, which is like least brutally. So I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Is it a big
Who knows?
concern there in Denver, in Colorado? How far are you from the border? 1,000 miles?
We're a good bit away.
Let's Google it.
Well, Texas is down below, right? So Texas is kind of where the border starts. So we're talking maybe about 1,000 miles or so.
Like what I just said.
Yeah.
About 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah. I'm saying miles.
Kilometers.
I'm American now.
You know when Miles Davis toured Europe with his band? He was called
1,300
Kilometer
miles.
Davis.
Boom.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I didn't know
Thank
that.
you. I used to do stand-up
metric
comedy.
system.
That was my closer, that joke.
Hey, come here. Hands. Have you seen Nate, that stand-up comedian, Nate, whatever his name is?
Nate Dogg?
Yeah.
No, not Nate.
Bergazzi or Bergazzi or something. Yeah.
Did you see his thing on SNL where he did the whole George Washington piece?
No.
Oh, yeah.
About the metric system and how stupid it was. Put it up on a link on your Twitter machine or whatever X is called these days. Yeah. This shit's brilliant. But it actually goes into, since I moved to America, all I've ever said to people is, your way of measuring shit makes no sense. It's stupid. Weather, water, fucking whatever. It all makes no sense. Distance makes no sense. And this is the perfect 4 minutes that just sums up everything I feel about how ridiculous it is. But it does tie it back to American nationalism and how you love your country so much you want to do things differently. So I'm going to step back from the argument, but I will present it as my main piece of evidence that I think it's the most ridiculous way you do shit.
Yeah, well, but America has both systems. So
it's in and out, right? And that's the whole fucking problem.
We do use both.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Who can spell Fahrenheit? That's the other piece. Like, it's nonsense. Anyway.
Celsius. We have Celsius, do we?
We have Celsius, yeah, we do.
I'm more of a Kelvin guy. I like the Kelvins.
Yeah.
Get real
scientific. Did you ever see
it.
that the measuring system, Magellan?
Magellan.
The water. No, it's not Magellan. What's the one where you have the water and when the thing goes up to the top?
Barometer?
It tells you. Yeah, I think that thing is phenomenal. Yeah. No, it's not a barometer. It's a thermometer, but it rises with the heat.
Mm-hmm. So did you guys see the Drake vid?
The
Drake vid? Oh, I saw it. Yeah. I saw on Twitter for about 5 seconds, and I was traumatized.
Was it?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, first I saw other people recreating the video, which like whatever pipes.
What?
Drake. One of Drake's intimate videos was leaked onto the internet.
No way.
Yeah. Of him pleasuring himself alone.
And
I think.
And it's like 2 feet long. Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically filming himself, pleasuring himself in a moment of passion. I don't know if there was someone watching if he was live streaming to somebody, a girlfriend or something.
If he has an OnlyFans account, I give up. Saying that, I believe he has a gambling problem, so he could be paying shit off.
He's a well-endowed young man. God
bless.
Yeah.
A lot of people are imitating the video with various pipes and whatever they're called.
It's not the worst thing could happen.
Or they call those things slinkies.
Yeah.
Slinkies, yeah.
Good lad himself. Okay.
Elephant trunks, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's an Ontarian.
It's a pretty cool video, though. You should look it up later, Tony. Maybe when you're hanging out with your son.
Video.
Yeah.
Well, I watched 3 seconds of it. Did you watch the full uncut version?
I only saw like 5 seconds of a clip of it. Yeah, but I watched it multiple times. That's all I've been talking about all weekend.
The number one rule of masturbation is don't film yourself and send it to somebody in a text message. That's the number one rule of masturbation, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter if they're your wife of 40 years, you do not send them a masturbation video, right?
No, you know, actually, here's an interesting fact. Hans, I never told you this. I had a torrid night with Gloria Estefan.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 1997.
I'm listening.
Gloria Estefan, The Rhythm Is Gonna Dance You. It's going to dance you. It's going to get you. The rhythm is going to get you. Rhythm is a dancer. Remember that song? The rhythm is going to get you. Gloria Estefan. I had a wonderful night with her. We were dating for maybe 3 weeks. Yeah. In Miami, 1997. Wow.
She's significantly older than you, though. Huh.
She's 22, 23 years older than me. Nice. Yeah, I was schooled. Yeah. The Miami Sound Machine was our backing band. It was actually my uncle used to play, was the sound engineer for him. And I bumped into him in Miami and he said, come to the show. I went to the show and myself and Gloria Estefan. Yeah. She drew a picture of me.
You have it still?
I do. Yeah, I'll send it on to you afterwards. She drew a picture of me. Gloria
Estefan.
Gloria Estefan. Beautiful. Oh my God, bless her. She's of Cuban descent, I believe.
And the Miami Sound Machine.
The Miami Sound Machine. I was telling them.
So, Tony, can you vote in the United States?
Not yet, no. I have to become a citizen to do that. I'm not sure. Well, my wife is sure that that's what I should do, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Like an Irish passport, an Irish passport, man. When you're going around, I've done a lot of traveling with work. We spoke about this before.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of traveling with work, and when they see an Irish passport, the tone changes, the willingness to help you out, it becomes apparent. But when they think you're maybe English or American, it's not so kind of warm.
A bit tougher.
So
yeah.
Well, yeah, the Irish passport is one of the best passports to have.
It is. It really is.
It's very easy to get into America, Canada. I spent a long hot summer in Canada, no problem at all. I could have stayed there forever, really. They didn't care. They didn't seem to care. They don't seem to care, really.
They don't care.
Unless you have a DUI. If you have a DUI, you can't get into Canada, though. You know that?
Yeah.
Driving under the influence?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have one of those, they don't let you in for like 7 years until after. Yeah, they're very strict on that.
What about murder, Hans? Would that be okay?
Murder's fine.
I think murder's fine, robbery's fine, DUI, you can't get to Canada.
Okay, that's fair enough. I have a joke for you. Want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy gets a phone call from his doctor, and he says, hey, listen, bit of bad news. And he said, what's up, doc? And he said, I've mixed up your wife's medical records. And he said, okay, what's that mean? He said, well, look, she's either got Alzheimer's or syphilis.
Right.
And the guy says, okay, well, what should I do, doc?
Yeah.
And he said, I have the plan. He said, bring her off for a 10-mile ride tonight in the car when she comes home from work. Drop her off and come home. I said, okay. What do I do then? He said, well, if she comes home, don't fuck her.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's not interesting. It's funny. No?
It's okay. What do you call it when you accidentally shit your pants?
Christmas.
Poopsie daisy.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, here we go. Stephen, do it. Do it.
What? Can we hold on? I need to bring this back to some kind of semblance of purpose. Is there specific things we need to talk about here, Hans, as we approach Armageddon, right? As we hurtle towards Sleepy Joe versus Mad Don, the Mad Donald Trump automaton, or whatever he is. What can we do here in Europe? We're terrified of the American future.
Who are you more afraid of?
If Trump becomes president, he's going to pull out of NATO, and he's going to basically let us Europeans fight undefended against the Russian bear. Okay? This is what's happening down the road. Sleepy Joe seems to be not really interested either way. Apparently, did you see his laser eyes tweet today? What was that about? Has Biden bought Bitcoin or something?
I don't think he's
tweeted himself with laser eyes. I'm not quite sure.
Did you see what they said about him? They investigated him, and the special counsel determined he was hiding documents in his garage, and they literally said he's too senile to be arrested.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But he's not senile enough to be president.
Well, what parent do you
What?
really have?
That tells you a lot, though.
What parents do you really
Yeah.
have?
Because he's delegated. Being president of America is basically it's about delegating. He's a great delegator. He's got good people
It's
in,
good
in each
negotiator.
job.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you
I
got
don't
to do
know.
when you're a head honcho. Delegate.
I will say Trump's the only president in my lifetime who hasn't gotten us in a war.
Ah, here we go.
Well, he did vaporize the Iranian general Soleimani
Yeah.
out of the blue.
Bring
And
like a dog.
yeah, and Trump will be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life, by the way. The Iranians have not forgotten that. Have you seen the videos that Iran put out,
Mm-hmm.
which basically is drone footage over Trump's golf course?
What?
Saying, "We're watching you, Donald."
No way.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's scary
Wow.
shit. And if you zoom in, you can see Drake wanking himself.
No.
It's amazing. It's
You
amazing.
don't need to zoom in to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake was at Mar-a-Lago that weekend. You know. Yeah.
This is
Mar-a-Lago.
This became very.
Yeah. But no, let's try and make this broadcastable, shall we?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want Elon to take us down off X, even though it's free speech. He's an ultimate free speech advocate.
Hey, tell me something,
He's
Hans.
on.
Hans, when was the last time you wore pajamas?
I don't know. When I was 10, maybe?
Yeah. Did you enjoy
Yeah.
it?
No.
No.
That's why I don't wear them, though.
No. Okay. Do you do a lot of takeout or do you eat at home?
Both. Combo.
Yeah. Do you push-ups? Do you have any push-ups?
Chaturanga.
Trirunga. Tell me more.
Chaturanga. Yoga.
Oh, Tirunga. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you hang out
yoga.
a tree? Did you ever hang out of a tree like that?
I could hang on a tree. I used to rock
I know.
climb before I fell back in the day.
What happened?
I was climbing and I slipped. I was leading the climb and fell like 15 feet and landed on the ledge
Oh,
and
wow.
tore all the ligaments in my ankle. Yep, not very
Oh,
fun.
wow. Did you ever
Yeah.
fall off a scooter?
Yes, I did once.
How did that go?
Not great. Broke my finger on that one.
There's room for improvement there. Yeah.
There's
Did you ever
always
look at
room
an
for
atlas?
improvement.
Did you ever see an
what?
atlas? Like with an atlas? You know, before Google Maps existed, we had atlases.
Yeah.
Had
Like
like
a
maps
map?
and shit.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
call
read
them
them?
maps. Yeah, I could read
Yeah.
a map. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a river guide. I could read a map.
Wow. What's the
You gotta
furthest
read
you
the
ever
maps,
flew?
backcountry skiing.
What
Furthest
do you mean
I ever
you're a
flew?
river guy? What's that mean?
Tanzania. Whitewater rafting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually just
Okay.
did a trip on the border of Guatemala and Mexico and saw a lot of people crossing the southern part of the Mexican border going north.
Did they have guns?
They had guns. They had old 22 rifles. There's one cartel guy that had an eye patch and he'd go by and wave to us when we were rowing down the river.
That's amazing.
Getting off.
Hey, come here, what do you do if you you know your pirated software that you download? What do you do when it doesn't work anymore?
My
You download
pirated...
You download a patch.
Mm-hmm.
The joke of mine.
Hey.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. What number on the Chinese menu? What number would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Wonton? What?
Yeah, wonton.
Very good.
Wonton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever hear of a band called Coda Kid? Actually, now I am going to turn it towards something serious. I used to be in a band before called Coda Kid, Kodakid, back in Ireland.
Yeah.
We were good.
Yep.
Amazing.
We were amazing. We released an album in 2014.
What kind of music?
Kind of indie blues. Think Black Keys versus something a bit more kind of Zeppelin-ish. But we got pretty good. We got pretty good traction over this side of the world.
A little bit Brit pop. Remember that phenomenon? Oasis, Blur.
Britpop. Yeah, yeah.
That kind of jazz.
That's good stuff.
There's a Coda Kids ukulele band I'm seeing.
That's not the one we're looking for. Kodakid, all one word. And one of our songs, our kind of our go-to song is a song called Shake Skin. But you get it on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your music. Will
the
show up there.
Waterford
The album is
Foursome.
there. Yeah, Waterford Foursome. That's us. Sounds like a good night for you, I know, Hans. But we were pretty good music. If anyone wants to listen, doesn't cost you anything anymore. Thank you, Steve Jobs, turning in his grave.
Anyway, Hans, we now have about a half an hour left. We need to really focus now.
Okay.
As we move towards Oblivion. Okay, so
Yeah.
is there anything you want to know? Is there anything you want? I'm always fascinated by the American opinion of us Irishers, us Irish Gaels, right? So is there anything
Mhm.
you've always wanted to know about our beautiful country here in Ireland, or our culture, our entertainment industry, what we eat?
Yeah, I've been to England once, and I thought the food was
Okay,
terrible. It was terrible.
different country.
Well, it's close by. So how's the food in
Yeah.
Ireland compared to that in England? Is it
Totally
like
different.
blood
We eat
pudding and?
we have a completely different diet to the English. English people just eat quail eggs, and beer. That's all they do really.
Goose fat.
Quail eggs, goose fat, and basically turnips. We eat mostly potatoes. As that is true, we do eat a lot of potatoes. It's not.
Steak.
It's not an urban legend. We do actually eat a lot of potatoes and a variety of potatoes. Ireland's the only country where you can get 3 types of potato uh, on your dish. When you go into a restaurant, they'll give you 3 types of potato: mashed, roasted potato, or fries, or chips as we call them. all on one plate. That's a hell of a lot of carbohydrates. That's why we're a very high energy people. We're constantly burning carbs at a huge rate.
This is board falls, Joe. Okay, so I do want to talk about
Idaho
our lamb and
potato?
our steak. Our lamb and our steak. So our steak is phenomenal because
Laminated steak.
lamb and steak. So the steak is really good because our cows are well looked after. They eat beautiful green grass, as you see when you fly into Ireland. It's a unique color. But our cows and our sheep eat this grass, which is like nutrient rich. So they're really that when you eat this meat, it's not like the American antibiotic riddled shit that you get in Trader Joe. No, Trader Joe's actually okay. But all those places over here, the meat just tastes different. So a steak in Ireland is the only place I've had a steak on a level with Ireland was Argentina.
Oh,
Argentinian steak is phenomenal. But the Irish steak, the meat that comes off the cows is tremendous, and the lamb is just phenomenal. Again, the only one that got close to it was New Zealand. Again, I think it's to do with the water on the grass. I think whatever nutrients are in that just sets these things up for success. Our success, not their success, because they get slaughtered violently for us to eat it. But it's really, really good stuff. So the meat is good in Ireland.
Yeah.
And the whiskey.
Pretty sure Argentinian cows are from Ireland originally. They immigrated.
They did.
About 200 years ago.
What's up with the? Have you guys kissed?
What?
The Blarney Stone? Have you kissed the Blarney Stone? That stone that everyone kisses? You pissed on it?
Wow. Yeah, it's $8 to go. It's $8, $8 to go and kiss the Blarney Stone. But if you're a local, you may go up there and have a little quick whiz on it to let the Americans know that maybe it's a bit of a rip-off.
The Blarney Stone is actually very difficult to kiss. I don't know if you've seen images. You have to basically lie down on your back at a kind of 45-degree angle while people hold on to your ankles when you kiss the underside of the stone, which has been kissed by millions of people. With a wide variety of herpes, probably lots of that goes on.
Yeah, you have. You think?
Yeah, it's not hygienic.
It's not hygienic at all. No,
it's not hygienic, and it's very dangerous. People have done it. People have really.
Someone died a couple of years
back.
back.
Their back.
Check it out. Do the Google search. A couple of years back, somebody died.
Really?
Yeah.
They were they let them go. They fell.
They slipped and they fell.
Yeah, because on top of a castle.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, 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 very bad for your back. If you're not good at, bending your back, your spine. If you got spine problems, don't do it. It won't bring you any luck at all.
No.
The opposite, actually.
No.
A lifetime of back problems.
You can have a comfy chair for the rest of your life.
And
if I'm going to go to Ireland, what castle should I visit?
Waterford Castle.
Waterford Castle.
Waterford Castle is Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a 5-star. Well, it used to be 5. It's 4 now, I think. But it's a beautiful. It's 5. There's a beautiful island in Waterford City, just off Waterford City. You get a little ferry across to it, and there's a castle there, and they turned it into a hotel. But there's a beautiful golf course there. Leonardo DiCaprio stayed there.
Michael Jackson stayed there.
De Niro has stayed there. So a lot of people go there because it's a little bit hard to get to.
Demi Lovato stayed there. Dua Lipa.
There's deer on the island that roam free, so you can go. Was Dua Lipa there?
Dua Lipa.
I fucking love her.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Dua Lipa where she gets drunk with what's that fella?
Don't know. Is Dua Lipa big in America?
Huge.
Yeah, pretty big. Yeah.
Wow, she's done well.
Yeah. Is
She got
Taylor
drunk
Swift
recently.
big in Ireland?
Oh yeah, massive,
Yeah.
massive.
Seth Meyers and Dua Lipa have a video where they get drunk together. They go day drinking, and he gets a tattoo at the end of it. Yeah.
Tattoo of what?
I don't know what, something stupid like a little heart or something like that. But yeah, Taylor Swift is huge over here. So I was explaining to my cousins today, my nephews today, about how, and nieces, how the tide is turning in America against Taylor Swift. That because of the whole Kelsey stuff, that they're getting a little bit pissed off.
Why? What's the big? I don't understand this. What is the big beef about Taylor and
I'll tell you.
Kelsey?
I'll explain it to you.
The diehard football fans think it's distracting from the purity of the game.
I'm going to tell you they're right.
She's just celebrating her boyfriend.
No.
Sport.
So you think about, say it's Liverpool, right? Every time Salah scores, immediately when he scores a goal, if they zoom straight in on his wife going,
okay, right. But it's not affecting his game.
It's affecting the spectacle.
Well, that's the TV director. The guy in the box is being told to cut to her.
She's courting that attention. On my correct hands, she's definitely courting it.
Yeah.
Did you see her at the Grammys last week?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was a huge Taylor Swift fan. I think Folklore is a phenomenal album. I think it's fantastic. But I did actually. Here's something for you. Here's something quick. I'm going to slightly deviate. Come back to Folklore and Taylor Swift, right? There's a place called Lismore just outside of Waterford. It's maybe about 40 minutes. Drove through it today, actually, coming back from Cork. And there's a castle there called Lismore Castle. Talking about a castle to go and see. This place is stunning. It used to be owned by a lord, an English lord. I'm not sure who owns it right now. But I saw, going back maybe 8 years ago, I got invited through an industry contact.
Bing Crosby used to live there a long time ago.
John F. Kennedy has been there. But I got an invite through someone in the music industry that said, hey, come up to Lismore Castle on Thursday night or whatever night it was. And I was in a small room with 80 people. And Aaron Dresner, out of the National, played with Lisa Hannigan, and a girl called Scream from Canada, I believe. But they did this like intimate, tiny little venue performance, and it was just amazing. No one knows about it. You'll find Google shit about it. But I was at that, and that was phenomenal. So that's really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Really, really good.
Dresner. One of the Dresner twins.
He was fantastic. God bless him. He pumped out some serious shit that night.
Do you guys have wrestling, like WWE wrestling in Ireland? Are people into that?
We grew up in the 80s, so we were obsessed with the WWF back then. But we're old school. We're Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, Demolition. Remember them?
I do remember.
Tag team.
Yeah.
We're old schoolers. I lost contact with it. Maybe
Ric Flair.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Most of them are dead now. But but no, I lost contact in the early noughties, maybe just when The Rock was at his pinnacle. I kind of moved on.
People's elbow.
But he's back again. But I know The Rock is back as a heel this time.
He get 30 million and he's on the board or something like that. That was
he's come back as a heel, which is fun.
Why do you ask, fans?
The Rock was a heel originally.
Vince McMahon just got in trouble, the owner.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Vince, he's a bit of a mess. Unless it's all part of the storyline for the next.
No, I think
that's true.
What do you expect? Right? The guy is like he's running this like super testosterone driven.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, super billionaire.
It's crazy.
And yet he couldn't control himself, whatever the allegations are.
I'm not surprised by it. I'll tell you that much. Just going by his personality type, I'm not surprised.
Well, I do have to go in a few minutes because I am working today, but we can do this again when I have my co-host for a longer time too. But anything to wrap up?
I'll have my good camera and microphone next time.
Okay, yeah, we're still gonna put this out though. We put everything out, so
that's what Drake said.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
But any last words, thoughts for the day?
No, let me think. Just one thing. My Twitter I'm huge on Facebook, Hans, right? As in on my Facebook page, StubVid Media, right? Scott, I'm very comfortable with that with my audience there. For some reason, I get no traction on Twitter.
We'll tweet you. We'll start tweeting. Yeah.
So if anyone's watching this, please go to @SteveStubbsman. I'm sure you put it in the biog.
Yeah, I will.
Because it's outrageous that a man of my talent and my fame only has 172 followers. It's outrageous.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
But my content that I most of my content is on YouTube and Facebook.
We have like
so
30.
For whatever reason, maybe I'm not paying enough money to Elon to get more subscribers. I don't know how it works.
You need the blue check. I think you do need the blue check.
Yeah, but everybody and his dog has a blue check now, so I refuse to pay Elon any money.
My final thought.
We have over
my
3,000.
final thought is that I do.
Yeah, no, you got over 1,000. That's pretty good. Baptize machine.
You didn't pay much for him either.
Oh, why is it called? Why is it called Baptize machine?
Because when we were younger kids, we would go say we were going to work on a baptize machine in the woods, and we were actually just smoking weed.
Okay.
And so, so someone asked what the baptize machine was, and my buddy got drunk one day, and he said it's a jet ski that runs on. It's a snowmobile that looks like a jet ski, and it runs on bricks.
Well,
so
John the Baptist, had you been around, you signed you up as an engineer. It would have been a good job for you.
So we often get associated as like we often get associated as a religious podcast, but we're not. We had a Satanist on actually, last week. Yeah. It was interesting.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, hydrogen is taking over the world. Follow hydrogen. Sell all your stocks in electric cars. Sell all your stocks. It's all going towards hydrogen. And
Ethereum. Buy lots of ape NFTs. Mortgage your house. Buy ape NFTs.
This is our song Ohio Walks by Pickle Walks. Thanks for coming on, guys. And we'll talk to you soon. Yeah, God bless you.
Fingers. Sayonara from Ireland.
Bye.